Is the unnamed tavern named Unnamed Tavern? Is Unnamed Tavern named Unnamed Tavern, or is it a tavern that's not been named?
Hey! Biden seizes on tougher
Hooray!
border measures as he tries to fend off Trump attacks. So something that people may or may not be aware of, Biden has come forward with a more, it's not progressive, a more aggressive border restrictions and border like stuff at the Texas Mexico, and Texas decided they wanted to fight with Biden about it. About this razor wire nonsense going on. So, good job, Texas, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. Joe Biden is embracing tougher border measures, including shutting down the U.S.-Mexico border, marking a stark shift in his early days in office as he tried to fend off former President Donald Trump's attacks on immigration policy ahead of the election. Hours after Speaker Mike Johnson warned on Friday that the emerging border deal in the Senate is, quote, dead on arrival, Biden offered this message to the House Republicans, quote, securing the border through these negotiations is a win for America, for everyone who is demanding tougher border control. This is the way you do it. If you're serious about the border crisis, pass a bipartisan bill and I will sign it. And needless to say, the Republicans are still mad.
Yep. Well, in fact, a lot of them voted nay on this bill.
And understand that part of what this border thing is about is essentially trying to cut a deal to be able to fund other things such as supporting Ukraine. Right now, Putin has been pushing through various channels, including social media and other things, agitating to try to get the GOP, I call it Gentlemen of Putin Party, to not support Ukraine. Right, the party who used to be prominently anti-communist is now actually one of the more pro-communist supporting parties in the land.
While pretending the Democrats are the one.
And Trump understands what's going on here. What Biden is doing is pulling a page out of Bill Clinton's playbook called triangulation, where what Bill Clinton was famous for was saying, okay, GOP, you want to do this? I'll do this and more.
Yeah.
And it makes you hard for you to disagree with what I'm doing, right? So Biden basically said, okay, supporting Ukraine and other matters are more important. I'll give in and give you what you want. And what does Trump do? Trump tells his sycophants in the House, don't you dare agree with what he wants, even though I approve it, because that gives Biden a victory.
Yeah, exactly. And that was the key principle that Mitch McConnell and the Tea Party, I don't know, is the Tea Party? I don't know what they call that. Yeah, they said they...
Yeah. I was just saying, the Tea Party as a label has kind of gone away, but those people haven't.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. So I will say Mitch McConnell, because he has said it publicly that they will vehemently, they will oppose any policy brought on the floor by a Democratic president.
Yeah,
they have said that, so they're following through. Trump knows that, and that's why he's saying, "You better follow with your word, or you're not a loyal Republican. You're not loyal."
If I could give you a little bit of correction. Actually, you're referring to what Speaker Johnson is doing. Mitch McConnell actually cut the deal in the Senate to force essentially the Senate to go along with his plan, right?
But Mitch McConnell did say that a couple of years ago.
Yeah, and so this notion, so what happened in the Senate was essentially the Republicans in the Senate, even though they're a minority, gaining upper hand and forcing Democrats to comply. Immediately, Trump, who is not Trump doesn't care about the border whatsoever. He cares about himself. And when he saw essentially the Republicans in the Senate and the Democrats and Biden saying, okay, we'll give in, just give us the funding for Ukraine, Trump sent messages into the House. Now, the problem comes with that former Speaker McCarthy, who is so desperate to become Speaker,
Yep.
He gave the MAGA people the ability of one vote can essentially start the process of removing the speaker, and he's gone, right?
Oh yeah.
So the current speaker understands this.
Keeping in mind that the current speaker is the AIG writer. That guy.
The
guy who was writing article. The current speaker is the guy who was writing articles for Answers in Genesis.
Yep. Who are
the
in
current
fact
speaker understands.
He
understands that the current speaker understands that the government needs to function, needs to have continuing resolution bills, which makes the MAGA people mad. But Green has told speakers saying, if you dare allow this bill to come to the floor, I will move to vacate the chair. I said, I will back out. So unless the current speaker cuts a deal with the Democrats to say, support me as speaker, I'll push this through. The problem is the gentleman of Putin party, called the GOP Republicans, are going to try to give Putin a victory and block any U.S. funding support for the war in Ukraine.
And the House is trying to vote on budget right now, so there's a threat of government shutdown.
Yeah, so understand, Trump and GOP don't give a damn about the border. They don't give a damn about immigration. All they want is for Trump to get him attention, and part of the attention is he's mad that the Republicans in the Senate, along with the Democrats in the Senate and Biden, have given him what they wanted.
Yep.
A very strict border control policy, and now he's throwing a hissy fit.
Surprise! I don't know if there's a time since we've had Trump in the news so goddamn much since 2016 that he hasn't been throwing a goddamn hissy fit.
I'm telling you, we are cursed since we killed Harambe.
Harambe!
We are cursed since we killed Harambe. I'm telling you.
The worst timeline. The worst.
See, it's because we didn't get enough dicks out to counter the curse. We needed more dicks out.